attrition that has gone on between Australia and Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli was dismissed. He was obviously utterly delighted, but they did not shy away from reminding Virat Kohli of his shoulder. Glenn Maxwell incidentally did that just before while he was chasing the ball to the boundary. That incidentally affected the third round. That got Virat Kohli on strike. That got him dismissed, and you had Steve Smith pulling off that same reaction as well. So it's funny how sometimes things just fall into place. Akash Chopra joining me as well. The thing is, we've been bringing down the sledgehammer because we talk about mental disintegration, it's all part of the game. But are you mocking an injured player? When you come to that sort of situation, where do you really draw the line, gentlemen?
I think it's very disappointing because I understand that there is a history behind both these teams, these players, but mocking someone who's injured, Glenn Maxwell, Steve Smith, what is the example he's setting to his team? That's very disappointing. You can sledge. You want to play the hard way, it's fine, but not mocking someone who's injured, who's in pain.
As a player, you're an ambassador. You are representing your entire country. You're telling the next generation, do as I do. And what is the message that you've just passed on? That, if there is a player, a brother who's been injured on the field, we're talking about the great brotherhood of cricket, it's okay to mock him. It's not okay to mock him. Not that the Indians have never done it in the past. I remember Shikhar Dhawan mocking Shane Watson. I think the game was in Canberra. That was again not on. But this is also not on. Yes, there is a certain amount of animosity or rivalry, and it's been flared up quite a bit between Virat Kohli and Steve Smith. But you must need to know where to draw the line. And some amount of blame, I think even Virat might have to take, because the moment the DRS happened, he was there out clapping. These are things that can be avoided, and therefore the idea should be to douse the fire rather than just adding fuel to fire. This is just adding fuel.
It is quite acrimonious, isn't it, the history between Virat Kohli and Australia? And of course he did that because Virat himself has not shied away from any of the words against Steve Smith, Australia, and this series. It is fighting fire with fire. However, all of you who've been in this situation when you walked in as an injured player, because Australian captains themselves have done it, there's a difference. You've gone through a lot to step back onto the field.
And I've never experienced that, because when you are injured, you always care for the opposition player as well. You are, especially after what happened to Phil Hughes. Everyone concerned when someone gets injured, whether he gets hit on the helmet or is injured, and there's a concern. You play the game hard way, but at the end, the spirit of the game should be there. And this is defying that spirit of the game. And as Akash rightly mentioned, your role model, your ambassador. Not only Steve Smith, Maxwell, but all the players who are on the park, they are role models where youngsters are seeing them and want to emulate them. So having the right conduct on the field is very, very important. Showing that exemplary action is very important.
Yes, I remember actually, glad that you mentioned Phil Hughes, because Adelaide first test match, India versus Australia, first ball that Virat Kohli faced, it pinged them on the head. It was Mitchell Johnson's bouncer. And immediately everybody was around him asking about his well-being, that are you okay? So that's the first reaction. Instinctively you react and you ask the guy, okay, are you okay? I don't want to hurt you. I want to get you out of my
आया 2 मिनट
pavilion, but I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to injure it. But now again, if you're trying to mock an injured player, this will not stop. That's the issue. That now this will continue to be played up in the same manner, which will set such a bad precedent that we'll probably regret looking back at these incidents and this series, which should otherwise be remembered for all the great cricketing action that has happened.
But you know what, Akash, we're living it right now. We're in this moment, we're in the heat of the moment. A lot of things are happening. Virat Kohli has been in the center of the storm. He has given it back. They're bouncing on the momentum of what happened at the Chinnaswamy, and you do need to pay mental games when you have such a tough opponent to face like you do in Australia. So that's why you mentioned the celebration that Virat Kohli did from the dressing room. It's all playing into the story.
Yeah, and I think that was always expected. Even before this England, it's tough playing the Australians, and this is which was again unnecessary. So it's